Hi, I'm Sandra. Welcome to The Happiest. Here we transform through holistic eudaimonic happiness. Best part, it's easy and kind of fun. Just a reminder that subscriptions are currently 20% off for monthly, annual, and founding members. This offer ends April 10th, and if you're getting to this post after that, there's always a nifty free week trial for you to dive into. Please do. I'm curious if you do little integrity checks on how you treat your money, how you spend your money, how you treat the things you acquire with your money. This isn't about judgment or morality, but checking in to see if what you want to do with your money is actually what you're doing with it. For example, Amazon. I low-key loathe myself every time I put something in my cart, even more when I complete the purchase. Yes, it's convenient, but it rubs against my ethics. I have moved a fair amount of regular purchases off that platform and strive to do more, but it remains a fact of my life. For now, until I get better at finding new places to get what I need, or I get wealthier and prices and shipping rates be damned. Working on it. So no, I don't judge people who need that convenience. I have options though, and I need to remember that, because at the end of the day, it will make me happier. I'm not giving up Whole Foods, though. I shopped there back when it was Mrs. Gooch's. I will, however, not have my podcast on Amazon and Audible, and I'm sure that keeps Jeff up at night. Anyway, back to the topic. As you probably know, I used to fear my money, or the lack of it. For years, I hated the fact that there wasn't enough of it, and I couldn't make more of it. The debt I had was overwhelming. I never thought I would get out from under it, but I got my ego in check, downsized from my lovely duplex that was walking distance to the beach, and moved into the itty-bitty place I have now. I made some other big changes, like going back to being an employee, which, as any freelancer will tell you, is a very hard choice. It was also life-changing, financially speaking. That kind of stability makes a huge diff. At the end of last year, I paid off my last and oldest debt, my student loan. Now I'm fully in the black. It took a long time, 11 years, a lot of sacrifices and compromises, but I finally had that weight lifted. How deep was the hole? $75,000 deep. And that was the debt alone, not the additional life stuff that comes along as well, those emergency expenses which are somehow never small. My point is, dear friend, feeling like you're drowning in it, is that you can and will get out of it. Promise. It just takes looking at the finer points of your finances. Along with no longer being afraid of my money, I've learned to respect it in little and maybe strange ways. It started years ago with the heels of bread, back when I was all about the grains. Ezekiel was the bread of my choice, something that would mold almost immediately, even in the effing fridge. So I would freeze it and toast it. Let's be honest, it's not really a sandwich bread. But let me tell you about the heels of the bread. It made the best toast. I would slather it with peanut butter and thinly sliced Granny Smith apples, and it was heaven. I learned to respect the bread and eat all of it, to not be wasteful, to not literally throw money away because what was left wasn't perfect or expected or good enough. And it was wonderful. Then it moved on to mustard, Dijon of course, and I would use a small silicone spatula to get it all out. Turn the ketchup bottle upside down to get it all? Yep, you get my point. These used to be signs of miserly people, folks too cheap to let go of anything, or a sign of poverty where one didn't have the luxury of letting anything go to waste, or just being too lazy to put forth the effort when it didn't come out easy. I came to see those acts as signs of respect for my money, the product, and the entire process of acquiring it. A tube of toothpaste or lotion? I'm going to get every last bit out of it. Lip balm? Back of my pinky nail to get what's below the top. And that last bit of soap gets attached to the new bar of soap. Throwing that away makes no sense. Why do we do it? Yet we do. Because it's no longer convenient. The list goes on. A few months ago, the zipper on my lunch tote broke. Well, gotta buy a new one. Nope. I realized it zipped from both ends, so technically, only one side is broken. She's still in use. Nothing has to be perfect anymore because I'm not trying to prove myself to be perfect. Does that resonate with anyone? Of course, none of this is revelatory. I'm sure you probably do the same or similar or more. These are ways that I respect my money and what I purchase, who made the products, and who got those products to me. And I believe that matters.